lot of critics, got a lot of people to answer to, but it's all going to get settled right here, right now, tonight.
A $13 million signing bonus lured Lavernius Cole south. Pocket change for a franchise Forbes magazine values at over $900 million. Fortunately, quarterback Patrick Ramsey double majored in finance and accounting at Tulane.
Lobs it to the end zone, running in. Dynarian McCants, touchdown, Washington Redskins.
Ramsey compiled impressive early numbers, including 12 completions in his first 13 passes. But in the second half, he resembled a second-year signal caller with 6 career starts in his portfolio. Those turnovers resulted in only 6 points, and the Jets started to hear it in a city where everyone's auditioning to be the next pundit on the Sunday morning chat show circuit.
Y'all bunch of sorry offensive linemen. You don't know how to block. You don't know your blocking schemes. You need to sit here and eat cheeseburgers with me.
With the game tied at 13 late in the fourth quarter, Ramsey's 24-yard scamper set the stage for another ex-Jet looking to convert Washington's offseason largesse into money well spent.
It's over, baby. We made this kick, baby. We running, baby. You can't stop us. It's good.
Hold is good. Kick is up long enough. Redskins win. Redskins win.
With one game in the books, Washington's offseason capital expenditures paid big dividends.
Steve, not so superior last season, but it's a brand new season. He's got new players like former Jet Lavernius Cole. First quarter, it's a 2nd and 17 play. Patrick Ramsey had a great first half. Goes to Cole's 25 yards. That's a Washington first down. Later in the drive, another former Jet. It's John Hall from 50 yards away. It is up, and it is good. Chad Pennington out with the broken wrist for New York. Vinny Testaverde gets the start. Here's Chad on Vinny.
He has a lot of experience, and what I think Vinny just needs to do is play within himself and be Vinny. And as long as he's Vinny and plays the way I know he's capable of playing, we'll be fine.
Vinny was being Vinny right there, hitting Wayne, who was being Wayne. Wayne Corbett for 14 yards. Later on the Jets drive, Vinny to Anthony Beck for 11 yards. First and goal. Vinny is going to roll to the right. Now, in his younger days, he might have tried to turn that corner and run in for the score. But this time, he decides to put it up. Gerald Soule, back of the end zone, drops it. After the Skins stopped him on 2nd and 3rd down. Jets go for it on 4th down. Lamont Jordan leaps into the end zone for the touchdown. He bails out Soule. The Jets take the lead. Linda, help me, please.
Jet 7 Skins, Patrick Ramsey finding Coles for a 48-yard gain. What a play. Ramsey 12 for 13, 156 yards in the first half alone. Ramsey again hooking up with Coles. 5 catches, 106 yards all in the first half. That would lead to this. Former Jet John Hall from 22 yards away. 13-7 at the break, Steve.
So the halftime show was probably nice. In the third quarter, on 3rd and 7, here's Ramsey looking to his right, throwing that way. Intercepted by Donnie Abraham. That'll be the only pick Ramsey would throw in the game. The ensuing drive. Here's Testaverde. Has plenty of time. Great protection. Fires for Wayne Corbett. Broken up by Matt Bowen. Heck of a defensive play there. Jets would settle for a field goal.
Early fourth, watch John Abraham. Ramsey dropping back. Abraham beating Chris Samuels and strips the ball from Ramsey. Jason Ferguson recovers it. Abraham is pumped up. Could this be a turning point? Here comes new Jets kicker Doug Bryan from 41 yards away to tie it. And it's good. So late in the fourth, still tie game. Jets ball 2nd and 1. Had trouble converting from short yardage. Here's an example. Curtis Martin wrapped up by LeVar Arrington. Next play, 3rd and 1. After a timeout to talk it over, this is what they came up with. Lamont Jordan tripped up by Jeremiah Trotter. Jets would be forced to punt on 4th. On the ensuing drive, Ramsey. I mean, this is a guy not known for his mobility, right? What does he do? He couldn't find anybody, so he takes off for a 24-yard gain. Later, Ramsey talked about his option to run.
These guys are such playmakers. I just want to get the ball in their hands. Obviously, as you saw, they're much faster than I am. But fortunately enough, I had an opening. I was able to get down and bounce.
Meantime, John Hall warming up for a potential game-winning field goal. Skins still driving. Ramsey looking to get close to form. Hands off with Liddell Betts, an 11-yard gain. Betts 18 carries, 77 yards, and that'll set up this. Hall with a chance to kick it to his former mates where it hurts. 33 yards away for the win, and it's good. What a victory for Washington and the Jets Skins. Lavernius Coles just adores it. So John Hall kicks the life out of his ex-teammates with 3 field goals, including that game winner and a 50-yarder. The Jets offense time and time again could not come up with a big play, going 3 for 12.
That they have during them, and so that they have the upper hand in the division. Well, in the AFC East, a lot of teams trying to jump back from 0-1. That's injured Chad Pennington trying to get his Jets pumped up. Off 10 days against also 0-1 Miami. He gets smacked, but Jay Fiedler, touchdown, 7-3 Miami in the first.
Yeah, watch Ricky Williams here. You're going to see John Abraham on the other side of the ball. You get the motion, everything leading him to the left side. He flattens out down the line, doesn't stay as deep as the football. Allows Fiedler to get around the corner. You got contained, stay as deep as the football, make sure it's handed off.
And so they keep an eye on John Abraham.
Yeah, Junior Seau right here, going to do a great job of coming up, fighting off a block. Shedden does a great job of putting the runner down on the ground. So the Dolphins defense pretty pumped up for this.
7-3, second and goal. Fiedler to Randy McMichael, such a big pass-catching tight end. It's a touchdown, and now Miami in the driver's seat, 14-3.
Yeah, Randy McMichael, one of the better receiving tight ends in the league right there. Going to get to the linebacker. It's the guy who's inside, and right there, a little dip inside, and most linebackers cannot run with this kid, even from the 5-yard line. He gets that separation. Fiedler does a nice job of delivering the football.
Okay, Tom, now you got the lead. Show you the Miami Dolphins. What do?
You run Ricky Williams. And I think that for Coach Wannstedt, this will be a staple of their game throughout the year. Running Ricky Williams. He didn't get 1,800 yards because Coach Wannstedt didn't understand giving him the football.
First was a 22-yard run. We showed you that's a 2-yard touchdown run, and now it's 21-3. The Jets, Vinny Testaverde has done so well as a Jet against Miami. This 32-yard touchdown pass to Santana Moss early in the fourth gives the Jets hope at 21-10. But then Vinny, trying to make something happen, trying to get 2 scores late, throws to Patrick Surtain. You think he knew it? Well, he knew it as soon as he threw it. And the Dolphins beat the New York Football Jets, a very important win for Miami. They win it by the count of 21-10, 125 yards for Ricky Williams. First win for the Dolphins in the Meadowlands since 1997. Testaverde played all right, played pretty well, actually. 373 yards throwing, and now the most impressive list for quarterbacks other than Super Bowl rings is this. The 40,000-yard club. Marino, Elway, Warren Moon, Fran Tarkenton, Hall of Famer Dan Fouts, Brett Favre, Joe Montana, Johnny Unitas, and Vinny Testaverde. That's your 9 at 40,000 and counting. Those guys, Tarkenton, Elway, Randall Cunningham, our own Steve Young, and now Dante Culpepper. Here is Tom Brady, Super Bowl winner a couple of years ago. The Patriots, in their home opener, have lost 5 in a row in Foxborough to the New York Football Jets. Patriots defense stumping Curtis Martin, but the big guy, Ted Washington, leg it.
Yeah, and what an ugly sight. Watching him get bent over like that, you see the staff over there working on him on the sideline, and he would not return. Boom.
So the big fella, Washington, with a fractured left leg, then Brady to David Patton, but on this long pass play, he would injure his right leg. The Patriots have already lost Rosie Colvin for the year. Ted Johnson with a broken foot. Ouch, literally. Dan Straczynski, Igor to Kevin Mawai. It's incomplete. So the fake by Herm Edwards doesn't work on the fake field goal. Not exactly name it to Maynard. Then 6-6 in the second on 3rd and 9. Sam Coward, who had a big game involving 16 tackles. Brady hit, looked at his elbow. He would stay in. So this is just a field goal battle, Tommy. It's 9-9, third quarter. Until Brady to the tight end, Christian Fourier, 28 yards. Then the next play, Jason Ferguson in. Brady sidesteps him to Fourier. It's a first down. Then on 1st and goal, Brady, nobody open. This obviously decision he makes himself.
It's an element of the game we don't see a lot from Tom Brady, but you know that he can do it.
16-9 the Patriots. Same score in the 4th, 3rd and 5. Vinny Testaverde picked off by the 4th-round draft pick from Central Florida, Asante Samuel. 55 yards gone. Vinny, I think, passed Jeff George in the interception bowl there. But on the next possession, Testaverde, 29 yards to Wayne Corbett. The Jets are down 23-16, and Vinny passes Johnny Unitas on the all-time passing list. He had a run. I think he passed Franco Harris at some point earlier in the game. But back to the game, 3rd and 4. Testaverde incomplete to Corbett. 4th and 4. Jets need it after the 2-minute break. Incomplete to Curtis Conway. And so the Jets, who have started slow under Herm Edwards and now is 3 years there, now start at 0-3. New England, after that punch in the face really week 1 in Buffalo, have come back to win 2 despite losing players left and right. They win at 23-16. Herm Edwards on the gamble that didn't work.
We've moved the ball. The last 2 weeks we've kind of moved the ball, but we're not scoring touchdowns. So that's why the coach goes for it on 4th down. That's why he fakes field goals. There might be something else I do next week. Ain't no telling. Because I'm going to do whatever I can do to score a touchdown. That's what I look at when I watch us play. You know, and at that point, in the second quarter, are you kidding me? It's 6-3. Why not? You know, you get some life in your football team. And I told them, that's how we're going to play. We're not going to play hesitant. We're not going to play worrying about, well, if I do this, we might not win the game. We're going to play to win the game.
After a bye, Bill Parcells and the Cowboys back to the Meadowlands. They played 2 games there and 1 in Texas Stadium. Bill didn't have that blonde hair when he was with us, did he, Tom? I don't think so.
Not that blonde.
The New York Football Jets, 0-3, trying to get going. Vinny Testaverde to Santana Moss, and Dallas recovers. Herm, they got to hold on to the ball. Sheesh. Ensuing Cowboys possession. Troy Hambrick through the Jets secondary into the end zone, 31 yards, 7-3. How about that, Cowboys?
Well, Dan Campbell and Kurt Bowler is going to be the guy throwing the blocks, the guy being blocked. Marvin Jones first, and then Sam Garn second. And look how they create these blocks. They get to the second level. They are very big people up front, and you've got Troy Hambrick hitting the hole and getting through the hole to the secondary. Nobody teaches it as well as Bill Parcells.
Hambrick, 127 yards today. The guy that Bill used to have on both of his teams, Patriots, Jets, or 2 of his 3 teams. Curtis Martin, but Roy Williams, the outstanding safety, punches the ball out. It was late in the second. The Jets were driving for the lead. Meanwhile, Quincy Carter, Antonio Bryant. We saw them in the Meadowlands on that Monday night. Oh, that's sweet. It's reviewed, ruled a touchdown, 14-3 Cowboys. Jets get a field goal, make it 14-6. 4th quarter, Carter. Look at this, to Joey Galloway. Whoa now. Setting up a field goal, 17-6. Testaverde on 4th and 3. So the Jets run a 1-yard square out. I don't get it. Neither does Herm.
No.
And Cowboys. He's had a few of those in this stadium. The Cowboys win by the count of 17-6. So Dallas is 2-1, and the Jets fall to 0-4. They just don't have any playmakers. In Dallas, you've seen them grow in front of our very eyes.
Yeah, Quincy Carter playing pretty good at the quarterback position, and then Troy Hambrick, I think, today. This is the thing that this offense really needs. 24 carries, 127 yards. If he can get 20 to 25 carries out of Troy Hambrick every single week, they're going to be a hard offense to deal with.
Back to the action we go, late games. Bills at Jets. Bills look good first 2 games of the year. The Jets haven't looked good at all, but they come off a bye. Vinny Testaverde, and the Jets figuring, look, we've been down before. Let's see if we can get coming back. Testaverde, Anthony Beck, 2-yard score. And Vinny Testaverde has passed Joe Montana, not Joe Montana, Joe Montana, for 7 in all-time passing yards. For Drew Bledsoe, what's going on with this offense, Tom? They're absent.
Well, you look there. There's a snap over Drew Bledsoe's head. That ball going to be recovered by the Jets. Dwayne Robertson going to be up the middle. There's another sack on a 4-man rush, and then Sam Cowart finally. Again, you get the picture here, Boom. A long, long day for Drew Bledsoe.
I know Mold's not playing, and Henry back there. They haven't run the ball. Santana Moss. Well, remember they lost Morton, but Santana Moss is the guy they feel they can give him that spark. Part of the reason they let him go, and he does get the spark. Moss is going to return this 47 yards all the way to the Buffalo 18. Do I have to say it, Tom? Bills special teams. The next play for the Jets, Testaverde to Beck. That's a pretty combo, and the Jets Jets first couple of minutes of the third quarter lead 20-3. More Vinny, and this is Moss. The little pitch out. Vinny and the Jets shake, rattle, and roll. The shocked Buffalo Bills. Herm Edwards' team winning for the first time this year, and the Bills have fallen to 3-3. That opening day win seems like a long time ago, doesn't it, Tom?
And give the New York Jets a lot of credit for showing some resiliency. Boy, you know, you're 0-4, things are going bad. To come out and play with this kind of enthusiasm, I think a tribute to Herm Edwards and his ability to motivate.
7 sacks.
That's right.
That'll help us when you get the lead.
And did it without Abraham in the lineup.
Yes, they did. The New York Jets are at the Houston Texans, and Herm Edwards' team, after losing their first 4 at a bye week, won last week impressively, so they're figuring they can keep it going at second-year Houston. But Dominic Davis had a big game for the Texans, the pesky Texans. You know, I was working on John Stone's nickname. I should have Sly in the Family Johnstone. I wasn't ready. Tom, you know this is Stacy. 10 yards, touchdown. Texans 7-0. Jets 3rd and 17 late first. Vinny sacked by Antoine Peak. Peak pumped. Pennington picked a peck of pickled peppers. Talking to Vinny, he could be back next week, but we'll see. Texans 4th and 1, and gambling Dom Capers gives it to Mack. Does he lose the ball? Edwards thinks he's stopped. TJ, let's take a look.
Take a look at the play. It's only got to get to the line. There it is. Once it touches the front part of that line, that is a score. Do what you want with after that.
4th down. They're up 14-0. And now Vinny to Santana Moss. Touchdown. Second quarter, Jets back in it just before half. 14-7. Kenny Wright hurt on the play. Eventually would walk off, which is a good sign. Then in the third, Dominic Davis. St. Dominic's preview. 12-yard run becomes the first 100-yard rusher in the lengthy history of the Houston Texans. Jets, couple field goals, 14-13. Testaverde with just before the 2-minute warning, scrambling Vinny, looking very, Randall Cunningham.
We saw it from Chris Chandler. We see it from Vinny Testaverde.
What's going on? What's in the water? Curtis, my favorite, Mark, a 20-yard run. The Jets at least in field goal range with a buck and a half to go. Lamont Jordan, forget the field goal. We don't need no stinking badges. We're in the end zone. Touchdown. They go for 2, don't get it. 19-14. But just when you thought it was safe. JJ, holy Moses. He made what? And then back across, gets a block. Don't tell me he could go almost all of the way. 63 yards for the Texans in business. Down 5. 3rd and 3. Davis. Now, this is a gamble, a running play late. I know they had timeout, but it just was an odd call. But look, who are we to
take advantage of the ability to throw the football? But yeah, who are we to give Dom Capers advice?
That's right. And then Carr dropped by Andre Johnson. He slung it in quick. Carr thought, geez, there it is. And the Texans battle back but lose it to the Jets, who win for the second time. They're coming, so both teams are at 2-4. Martin, close to 100 yards.
Yeah, but Herm Edwards, what a motivator.
Yep.
You know, 3 weeks ago, it looked like this team had no opportunity to win. Now they're on a winning streak.
Well, you know what? When the chips are down, this is when Herm's at his best. I do want to correct something that we said. 1973 start by the Vikings. I know that was a Super Bowl year. We just thought it was interesting stats. We occasionally make these Battle of teams in green. The Jets have won 2 in a row. Suddenly, Herm Edwards. Last time the Jets were at Philly was 25 years ago. Herm was a starting corner for Dick. Tricky Jets. Testaverde to Santana Moss. They're not going to catch him, Tom. 60 yards. Touchdown. Jets. Vinny says, don't bench me, man. We got the lead.
Yeah, Lito Shepard going to be in coverage right there. You see him squat on the play. Once he thought it was run, Santana Moss.
You know what it was?
He was
tricked. Lito. Oh, boy. Meanwhile, Coral General Buckhalter in the end zone. The touchdown. And the Eagles lead at 14-10 in the second quarter. Chad Pennington on in relief of Vinny Testaverde, as Herm Edwards said he would be in the second. First pass of the season, complete. Soel for a 13-yard pickup. Then, same drive. Pennington. The little swing to Santana Moss, but it's a fumble. And Philly's got it. They lead still 14-10. Jonathan McNabb, beleaguered, sacked by John Abraham. But he lead the game with a groin injury. Abraham, 3.5 sacks of the game. He's a monster. Curtis, my favorite Martin. This looks like the old back, Tom. Look at that speed around the corner. 21 yards. Sets up a Lamont Jordan touchdown. 17-14 Jets. Fourth quarter. Pennington. Picked off by Michael Lewis. Rusty Pennington. And the Eagles have the ball. On the drive. First and goal from the 5. Donovan McNabb. To his fullback, John Lionel Richie. All night long. Touchdown. The Eagles lead 21-17. Then Lamont Jordan on 4th and 1. Stop. With 4.5 to go. Philly ball. Jets have one more shot after Akers kicks a field goal, 24-17. What do you do here, Tom?
knock it down.
It didn't, Chad
Just
was
barely got there.
His arm will get better. And the Philadelphia Eagles, who started such a dismal 0-2, beat one of their own, at least in the old days, Herm Edwards. The Eagles beat the Jets 24-17. McNabb, 17 of 23. Much better on the completion percentage, 141 yards, a touch, and an interception. Buckholder ran for 100 yards. Vinny threw for 112. Pennington 154. Philly's gotten back over 500, Tom. Our prime cut, the Giants and Jets in the Meadowlands. As they call this, the Survival Bowl. Giants, Jets, Herm Edwards, he's never lost as a head coach in November. And for the first time this year is Chad Pennington as a starter. Opening drive, Jets, touchdown, Pennington, Santana Moss. It was Pennington to Moss at Marshall. Of course, that was in the Randy Moss days, but the Jets look good opening up the game, Tom.
Yeah, classic pick play here. Cribette down the field, Santana Moss underneath route. Guy coming over the top, can't get there. Nice little pitch and catch from the quarterback. It's just an easy play to run down inside the 10-yard line.
With a score 7-3 in the second, Kerry Collins to well-dressed Amani Toomer. 39 yards, and the G-Men take the lead 10-7. 14-13 third quarter. Collins, Ike Hilliard, touchdown. Giants, that offense looked so good last week against Minnesota, they're rolling. Same score fourth quarter. Pennington, rolling to right. And this one's going to be picked off by Sean Williams, ran it all the way. Led to a Giant touchdown and two-point conversion, 28-14. 4th and 1 Jets. Pennington pulls it in, then finds Chris Baker wide open, down to the 11. Next play, 6 minutes to go. Down 2 touches. Pennington who thought he had Moss. Well, to Moss touchdown, his third of the day, 28-21. Later in the fourth, under 3 to go on 3rd and 13. Pennington deep in his own territory. Moss showed up a first down, but they get a break. Penalty, Giants. Michael Barrow roughing the passer.
Yeah, you look at Michael Barrow right there. Close call, but again, the league trying to protect the quarterbacks.
And so now the Jets drive ensues, but it's 4th and 2. Moss takes it to the 9. Well, they almost had Moss on a bomb. He got 1 foot just barely out, but the Jets undaunted, still going, and Pennington, Anthony Beck, touchdown. They've come from behind with their youngster Pennington. We're tied at 28. Overtime, toss, goes to the Giants. Brett Conway. No, it's Tim Conway. No good. What, McHale? It's wide left. Jim Fossil. Oh, my special teams. Although Conway had hit 2 earlier field goals. Jets, new life. Pennington, Moss, incomplete, but pass interference on Frank Walker. And even though the play was short of the first down, they get a first down. The rule isn't great, but that's what it is. Doug Bryan, would you wait till the kicker's ready, please? How come Will Allen was ready to block it, Tom?
Yeah.
But the kicker wasn't ready.
Take another look, Brian. You can see was just getting his feet set. Will Allen, on the other hand, ready to rush the kick, ends up about 0.3 of a second ahead of the kicker. It's a pretty easy block if you can time it like that.
So now we're 2.5 minutes left, and it's going to be a tie. The Giants say, no, sir. Collins, Toomer to the 34. Collins. Little flip to Tiki Bear down to the 22. And then Conway, short field goal, 29 yards. Good. It's good. And the New York Football Giants have crawled back to 4-4. The Jets, Chad Pennington, 4 touchdown passes, but not enough in the end. As in overtime, the Giants beat the Jets by the count of 31-28. And in a statistic oddity, this win by the Giants on November the 2nd now gives them 2 wins in the Meadowlands. Good. Dallas has 2. Miami has 2. The Giants have 2. The Jets have 1. They finally tied them. The Jets and Raiders, speaking of falling out of it. Well, these teams, playoff teams a year ago. As a matter of fact, they met in the playoffs. Herm Edwards has gone to Oakland 5 times in his 3 years as Jet coach. And the usual taunting for the Raiders against Sean Ellis, the black hole. So the Raiders start Rick Meyer at quarterback. What a way to start. Jets punt. Philip Buchanan. Remember, he got hurt last year, but we know he can do this. He could go all the way. 78 yards, 7-0. But the Jets come right back. Curtis Martin doing some good blocking here.
Well, yeah, you're going to see the blitz package coming up, and Martin does a great job, and he's always done this. Great job of stepping in, covering the blitz. You see him, the ball caught by Santana Moss. Woodson going to come up, try to make a play right there, and actually, that is the Lawrence Grant helping Santana Moss along by throwing him forward and allowing him to keep his balance and moving to the end zone for a 65-yard touchdown.
So 7-7 tie. Justin Vargas, one of those, the youth movement has to begin at Oakland, and he gets a first down. Then Vargas on 3rd and 3, 9-yard run. Then they dust off Tyrone Wheatley. Later in the drive, Wheatley. Wait, we're going to run 18 straight times?
I think this may work. We got down to Rick Meyer. We're going to run all the time.
Here's Zach Crockett, king of the Wild Frontier. 2-yard touchdown. 19 times a run, no passes on an 11-minute drive for Bill Callahan. They had 14-10 Oakland just before the half. Meyer to Jerry Porter, touchdown. And the Raiders finally have something going. They lead 21-10 at the half. Now it's 24-16 fourth. Jets trail 8. Chad Pennington. Gerald Zoll. Down the sidelines. 44 yards. Minute 15 to go. Pennington. Zoll. Touchdown. 24-22. They got to go for 2. Pennington. And this. Anthony Beck. Yes, he's in. Tim Brown stopped on that 1-yard line against the Chiefs. Beck gets in there, and so 2-point conversion, we go to overtime. Jets have the ball early overtime. Reverse. Santana Moss. Pennington even faking that he's going to throw a block. 25 yards into Raider territory. And then get ready for the field goal dunk. Please get ready. Doug Bryant. Life of Bryant. Good. In overtime. The Jets go out to Oakland and beat the defending AFC champs 27-24. The Raiders have now lost 5 in a row. And I got to tell you this, if it keeps going like this, who would have guessed that we could say in April the Raiders are on the clock? Other New York team, the Jets, at the 7-2 Indianapolis Colts. Last year, 41-0. Herm Edwards against his old mentor, Tony Dungy, in the playoffs. If Dungy wins this game, he will have beaten all 32 teams in the NFL. The first to do it. Peyton Manning, Troy Walters, all those low-scoring games at 1 o'clock. Wasn't this one, Tom? 10-7 in the first, and get your abacus ready. Second quarter, 2-minute offense. Manning, Reggie Wayne from Stately Wayne Manor, 21 yards, 48 seconds to go in the half. Manning to the number 1 pick, the tight end Dallas Clark, 18 yards down to the 12. Manning, Edgerrin James, 8 yards down to the 4. No timeout. Tick, 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 tick. Manning calls for the spike. Jets think he's going to spike. All right, just get ready. We're going to spike it. You ready? Well, but he's taking too long for this. You knew something was up. Draw play to James. Great call by Manning. Touchdown Colts.
You know, Peyton's done this a couple of times in his career. He sells this with body language. He sells it with everything that he does, and he turns around and tells Edgerrin, we're running the football. What a great play by Manning. What a great play by the Colts.
It's a 31-17 Colts lead in the third. Jonathan Carter gets the kick. He's no Sergeant Carter. Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. Touchdown. Jets back in it. Trail by 7. 31-24. Colts punt. Jets ball. Curtis, my favorite mark, showing some of the moves. Number 28 gains 28. Next play. Curtis Martin. Left side again. Bumps it outside. 13-yard pickup. Next play. Chad Pennington. Play action, Santana Moss. Wide open, evades 1 tackle, and then skirts down the sidelines. Your basic 3-play, 89-yard drive. We're tied at 31. Mike Vanderjagt lining up a 39-yard field goal. Tricky Colts. Hunter Smith, the putter and the holder. Touchdown. Tony Dungy says, see, Herm, we can run these things too. 38-31, Indianapolis. What a game. 5.5 to go. 4th and 2. Colts going for it with the lead. Manning, Clark, but he drops it. And so the Jets take over. The kicker getting the crowd and the defense pumped. They stop Anthony Becht on 3rd down, forcing the Jets to punt. Under 2 minutes to go. The Colts trying to run out the clock. No, they're not. Reggie Wayne out of the bat cave makes it a long catch. And the Colts outlast the Jets. 38-31. A wild one. Peyton Manning throwing for 401 yards. Meanwhile, Chad Pennington throwing for 3 touchdowns. The Colts, 8-2, keep pace with Tennessee for first in that division.
Yeah, and missing maybe the best player on the football team in Marvin Harrison today. You put up over 500 yards of total offense.
Wow. We were waiting for a game like that all day long. Jaguars and the Jets, and the feature guys here, 2 guys. Chad Pennington was a senior at Marshall at quarterback. Byron Leftwich was a freshman. And now they're playing against each other in the pros. 6-3 Jags down to the 4th quarter. Fred Taylor, 2 yards. 2nd and goal. Taylor, not quite. 3rd and goal. Taylor, stopped by Victor Hobson. 4th and goal. 4.5 to go. Chris Pullman to Mafala. He's a bad Mafala.
Shut your mouth.
Talking about Mafala.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah, Jack Del Rio can dig it. Tom, we got it right this time. 10-6 Jaguars. What? And a drive beginning at their own 5. Chad Pennington has the Jets moving to Gerald Soul Train for a 14-yard pickup. Then 2nd and goal, 34 seconds to go. For these 7 straight games, Santana Moss has caught a touchdown. And the Jets have got a 95-yard drive by Marshall Sr. against Marshall Jr., if you will. Pennington leads the Jets to a 13-10 win over the Jaguars.
Top-rated passer was told he can start a few hours before kickoff. Jeff Fisher, your thoughts on this?
He's very determined to play. He understands how important this game is for us. And, you know, on one hand, you'd like to say, you know, think about the next couple of weeks, Steve. We have to be smart. As far as Steve's concerned, there is no tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like Steve McNair to me. Hey, this is a top 10 nominee right off the bat. 3rd down for the Titans. McNair always looking deep when he finds somebody open, and Justin McCarron's is open. 5 catches, 92 yards, and that touchdown. Titans up 7-0. Same score later in the 1st, 2nd and goal Jets. Chad Pennington into the end zone, but he's picked off by Samari Roll, the 4th pick of the year for Roll. But Roll is called for unsportsmanlike conduct after the throat-slashing reaction. Herm Edwards, he wants the play reviewed. Why? Well, Roll clearly bobbled the ball as he goes out of bounds. And that was a good call by Herm. It was reversed. Still Jets ball. Curtis Martin, 1st and goal. Martin, 24 carries, 67 yards, and his first TD of the year. That's right. Tie game at 7. To the 3rd, tied at 10. Tricky play here by the Jets. Whatever works. Hey, they're 4-7. They can do these things. Martin, the flip back to Pennington. Pennington to Curtis Conway. Conway getting into the act, and then what a great move by Conway, picking up a 27-yard gain. 1st down Jets, same possession. Pennington to Kevin Swain, his first career touchdown catch. Pennington 18-23 for 231 yards. To the 4th, hey, we got another top 10 nominee. Same score, Pennington. Play action, he loves this, and he's so good at it. But it's off the hands of Chris Baker, and Santana Moss catches the deflection. Whatever works, it worked into a 31-yard gain. Take another look. Great focus by Moss. 3 catches, 76 yards for Santana. Later, same possession, top 10 nominee Pennington, the fade route to Curtis Conway for the score. Jets up 24-10. Take another glance. Great concentration. He gets his feet down, did Curtis. 1st and goal. Same score. Jets 3. Eddie George has nowhere to go. Jets fired up for this game, showing real heart. McNair, play fake. Forced pass goes incomplete. Any more magic? He was obviously not at 100%. McNair to Frank Wycheck. That's dropped. Didn't get much help. And then McNair, 21-35 for 272 and 2 TD passes to Aaron Kinney. Batted down. Sam Garnes, your thoughts?
He faked like he's running a quarterback draw, and he held the ball back. He let it go, and then I just had to make a play on the ball. I was in bad position, but I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, Garnes is the guy that batted it down. 2nd down for the Titans. McNair trying to be the creator. Something. Make anything happen. Hey, I got to give it a great idea. Give it to Derek Mason. What a game Mason had. 11 catches, 133 yards, and 1 touchdown for Mason. Same possession for the Titans. McNair rolling out, and then there's that touchdown by Mason. Titans make something happen. It's now 24-17, but still Jets. And here's the onside kick. Good kick, but Chris Baker of the Jets comes away with the ball. And Chad Pennington and the Jets improve to 5-7 and are alive. So speaking of Pennington, for the 2nd consecutive season, Chad has provided a boost to a floundering team. He has completed 2/3 of his passes.
Both teams won at the Meadowlands last week. Boy, the Jets look different with Chad Pennington, but the Bills look different this was their plan all year, Tom. Travis Henry to run the ball. And Buffalo leading in the third quarter after that touchdown 14-3. With the score 14-6, Henry a 14-yard run. And then this is Henry who runs tough. You know, he played hurt a lot of the year. The line has not had a great year, but he can be like this.
Yeah, when he is healthy, you see him run bigger than he is. He's able to overpower people once he gets through the line, and that will set up play-action pass for them.
And that set up a field goal. Meanwhile, Pennington is picked off by Terrence McGee. Me and Terrence McGee. And Herm not happy on this one as the Bills. Well, now the Bills have won a couple in a row here, circling one wagon at a time. And despite only 9 of 15 passing from Drew Bledsoe, a career high for Travis Henry, 169 yards. Buffalo is the team that's 6-7. They also had 5 sacks today, their defense.
Yeah, defense playing well, and we said this time of year, said it this morning on Countdown, now we want that running game to really take hold of our offensive game plan.
And a lot of things swirling about the future of the coaching staff. You know, the Bills might go on a roll here at the end of the year and change a lot of things. Some potential playoff teams on the road at games they, quote, should win. This wasn't one of them, but look at this. This is like old-time football, Tom, for Bill Cowher's Steelers and Herm Edwards' Jets. Jerome Bettis passing Franco Harris for 8th all-time on the rushing list. Congratulations to Bus wearing snow tires today before he got hurt later on. But the running star was Pittsburgh native Curtis, my favorite Martin. He's over 1,000 yards now for his first 9 seasons in the NFL. Only Barry Sanders has done that, and the teammates rushed on the field to congratulate him. Tom, it looks like a CFL game. Alouettes and Eskimos. 25 yards deep, right?
You need about 30 more yards of end zone, eh?
Hey, they should have gone for the Rouge there, Tom, eh? Meanwhile, a couple of field goals, Doug Bryant, and then dancing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Down the field he goes, laughing all the way. 56 yards for Martin, who had 174 on the day. Moved past John Riggins for 11th on the all-time list. And it wasn't pretty. And on this day, how could it be? The Jets beat the Steelers 6-0.
Yeah, and great to see these 2 great running backs. I think, you talked about it during the highlight package, and we forget how durable and how good they have been over the years.
And how impressive they were in bad conditions. We're not surprised.
His team always has some tricks up their sleeves, and Kevin Mawai lets his team know it.
Be ready for something different right out of the box. They're going to throw something at us.
You bet they will, and Teddy Bruschi's been hiding behind that D-line all year long, then he jumps up and picks off footballs like that. Not a good start for Chad Pennington. Patriots take over at the Jets 35. Tom Brady, play action. David Givens, where are you? There he is, wide open, just like that. 7-0, red, white, and blue, and a little bit of silver. Second quarter, 7-7, Willie McGinnis. Had a real good year for New England again. 6th defensive touchdown for the Pats this year that leads the NFL 14-7 to the third. Pennington to the end zone, and Ty Law turns around just at the right time. Third interception of the day thrown by Pennington. Fourth quarter, still 21-10. Pennington throws. Tyrone Poole mistimes his jump, and Curtis Conway, one of his 4 catches, a top 10 nominee. Later in the drive, Pennington back, gonna run, he scores. 2-point conversion, not good. 21-16, it remains. Next Jets drive, Pennington rolling, he'll throw deep. Oh boy, right to Rodney Harrison. 4 interceptions for Chad. Last Jet quarterback to throw 5, Richard Todd, number 14. And there it is, number 5 for Pennington. Eugene Wilson. Ty Law and the Pats Big day.
I had to take a couple guys under my wing. Rodney has better leadership. Tyrone Poole been around. So, we just came together and we played hard. And I think we have to give a credit to most of the veterans.
11 in a row. Best record in the NFL.
Start on this day with some of the games that were just being played for pride, if you will. And that would be the Miami Dolphins at home against the New York Jets and Dave Wanstadt. And owner Wayne Huizenga said he'll have an announcement Monday. That's a pretty quick announcement. Meanwhile, Ricky Williams takes a screen, and he's going to reverse field, and he's going to chug 59 yards. A Mare field goal makes it 6-0 Miami. Second quarter. 13-7 Dolphins, and Jay Fiedler had a good statistical day, throwing for 328. Hits one of the Chambers brothers. Time has come today for Chris Chambers. 20-yard touchdown, 20-7 Miami. Jets come back, then they get a safety to make it 20-15. Chad Pennington, Anthony Beck, touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good, although it was viewed, but no good. Stays 21-20 Jets. Fiedler, Chambers, after they were intercepted in the end zone on a pass off of McMichael, the Dolphins held, the Jets punted. Here come the Dolphins, and Olindo Mare. Whoa, it's good. 22 yards, and the Dolphins. They end their season at 10-6. No playoffs for Dave Wanstadt. They win 23-21. The Dolphins at 10-6 are the first team since the 91 Eagles and Niners to finish as well as 10-6 and not get in the playoffs. We told you there would be a Monday announcement. Ricky Williams ends with 1372. Curtis Martin rushing ends with 1308 for the season.